Hey, welcome back, and thanks to everyone who's stuck in there through this Wi-Fi security series. And I want to let you know, by the time you see this, I am actually going to have gone back and I am going to rename the videos Public Wi-Fi Security, because that's really what we're talking about, and that'll kind of leave us open to break down some of the enterprise security a little later. Now, in the last video, I told you I ordered something from Amazon, and I was going to wait and do the video. But since in the one video you saw where EdgeOS, EdgeMAX 1.9 has been released, and now this little guy, the EdgeRouter X, and by the way, sorry if this is awkward. If you've watched the evolution of my videos, the very first videos had no talking. It was silent. It was me and a notepad and equipment. And then we went to the voice, and now here we are with video, so I'm still kind of getting used to that. But we're going to use an EdgeRouter X, and we're going to run through the configuration, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. Now, when you set up public Wi-Fi, if you can just have separate equipment, and you can just check the checkbox that says this is a guest network, that's awesome. If you kind of have limited funds, or you have a setup where you're going to use the same infrastructure for your corporate network and your public Wi-Fi, this will help you accomplish that. If you order from you can get it from Streakwave, from Double Radius, you can get it right from Ubiquiti. You can get it for $49, but the shipping is going to cost you a little more. So if you're going to order from a distributor or from Ubiquiti, it may be worth it to buy multiple items, multiple units, because you're likely going to get the same shipping charge but be able to order multiple devices for that same shipping charge. And there are dozens of places online that you can buy the edge router. So we've got our edge router, and it's been upgraded to version 1.9, so we'll hop in here and we'll go over to the wizard. We're going to run the switch wizard, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give this a static IP, and this will be in our actual production network, or it could be in your public Wi-Fi network, but we're not going to tag this traffic. So whatever network you decide that is, that's going to be kind of up to you. And I don't have an internet connection on this at the moment, but we're going to come down here and we're going to make it VLAN aware. Now, what I'm going to do is, in the setup, we've got 5 ports. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a separation. And the way that I use this is, when I have a site, the most popular ISP that I work with is Comcast, and they deliver a Cisco cable modem, and it has 4 ports on the back, and we usually get a static IP address. So my USG or my edge router or whatever device that I'm using as a firewall will get that static IP, and then what I can do is use a layer 2 device and tag the public Wi-Fi traffic and pipe it directly to the cable modem, bypassing my firewall. We create that segregation. So leave it in the comments how you like to do it. We can discuss the pros and cons. This is a real quick, simple way to accomplish this. So what we're going to do is we are not going to tag anything on ETH0, because that's going to be our untagged traffic is going to be our production network, and that's where I'm going to have my interface so that I can remotely access this device. Then what we're going to do for ETH1, 2, and 3 is we're going to tag traffic. So now we've got untagged and tagged traffic defined on there. And then for ETH4, the default VLAN for that port will be 2. And so then what I would do is I would actually take a cable, and on ETH4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cable here, and I'm going to plug it directly into the cable modem, and then my access points are going to be plugged into ETH 1, 2, and 3, but then ETH 4 will go directly to the cable modem, and so anything then that gets called for VLAN 2 can go directly out ETH 4, so the gateway can be out there, but we're going to have those the guest policy turned on, so they won't be able to access that interface. You could even take it out to another edge router, do DNS filtering on it, and then you don't have to have a content filter. Some places content filter, some places don't. Some places are required by statute to content filter, some don't care. Your mileage may vary. So since this is just a lab piece of equipment, we will use UBNT. UBNT, please do not do that in production. Please change your default username and password. So we will apply these changes, and we'll wait for our device to reboot. See, we've lost the ICMP or ping request. By the way, I know people are starting to get their Amplify devices, so let's talk about that for just a second. If you have an Amplify device, please leave a comment. Please let me know how you like that. I've been reading all kinds of awesome reviews, watching all kinds of videos. I don't know if anybody out there watches Unbox Therapy. That channel did a fantastic review, and I haven't heard anything negative yet. So if you have experiences or you have the device, please leave some comments down below. Everybody would like to see that. And I know many of you may be subscribed to another channel that rhymes with Crosstalk, and I know Chris over there has one on order, and I'll be interested to see his review on that. Okay, looks like our switch is back up. So we'll reload this. And just to let you know, there's going to be this video and one more, and we are going to wrap up the public Wi-Fi security. So here we set up our layer 2 device to have that divide. And in the last video, we're going to do a full-blown USG UniFi setup. So that will end the public Wi-Fi series. Unless there's another topic or something that's huge that I'm missing that you want to see, you know, let me know in the comments and we can address it. So we'll pull up the dashboard and we'll take a look at these interfaces. Everything is now VLAN aware, so this is done. So the next thing to do is to hop into So now what we would do is we would plug our, and you know what we'll do in the last video, the last video, we'll actually pull out our edge router, we'll plug an access point into this, and we'll plug an access point into the UniFi switch. So we'll do the final video, we'll show this live using the edge router and this configuration, and then we'll show it in the USG. So the video will be a little bit longer than I normally like, but it will be kind of a good capstone. So how we would configure this is we would go into settings and we would go into wireless networks, and we would create a new wireless network. Willy Public Wi-Fi, and it's going to be open, but we're going to apply the guest policies, and then we are going to apply VLAN 2. So now anybody who connects to Willy Public Wi-Fi is going to get piped out of this port, this ETH4. So whatever's on the other side needs to be handling DHCP requests. You know, it needs to have a gateway to be able to get out to the internet. So that's it. I mean, it really is this simple, and you get that nice divide. So if you've got any questions, please leave it in the comments. The next video will wrap this up, and by the time you see this, I will have gone back and renamed those other videos. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment, please share. Any comments, please leave them. We'll see if we can get them answered. And I will see you at the next video.